Now, your name is Walter, yes?
Good evening, Brian. Yes, indeed, my name is Walter.
And you've done very well to get here this evening, Walter.
Yes, thank you for noticing, Brian. We've actually just finished, half an hour ago. Just finished at work.
Right. And what work do you do, Walter?
I'm in a pretty senior position, Brian, at one of the major Australian daily newspapers.
Oh, really? You're a senior writer there?
I don't know, much more senior than that, Brian. I run the sales division.
Oh, that's quite senior,
Oh, it
isn't
is, yes.
Yeah.
We tell the writers what to write, Brian.
And how many writers are there at the moment?
Well, that's another interesting point, Brian. We're finding that the people who buy the advertising space in our paper are pretty handy at writing the actual stories.
So you're finding that you don't need as many writers?
Yeah, we are. We've put an indoor bowls area there where a lot of them used to work, Brian. It's quite fun on a Friday.
And if you're not employing writers, you wouldn't need so many editors?
Now, there's a word you don't hear a lot. No, we make a bit of a saving on editors, but not the call for editors anymore, I'm afraid.
No. And what's your surname, Walter?
Waldrivel, Brian.
Walter Waldrivel.
That's right, Brian. I think everyone's agreed.
Walter, your special subject tonight is Australian politics in 2014.
Yes, what a year it's been.
OK, here we go. Australia has a new free trade agreement with China. Who is going to do particularly well out of this?
China.
No, sorry.
They are, Brian. Have you read it? It's an absolute shoe-in.
No, hang on,
I've never seen anything.
Walter, I think the question is who in Australia is going to do particularly well out of it?
Oh, well, people who produce milk or wine or have milk farms, Brian, or vineyards for sale.
Correct. How much land are Australians allowed to own in China?
Approximately?
Yep.
None.
Correct. Why is the detail of the agreement not being released until next year?
Because it's so good, Brian, for Australia. Such a good deal for Australia.
A great deal
so
for
good
Australia.
is it,
I'll give
Brian,
you that one.
They're not announcing what's in it.
Correct. What is the renewables industry?
Ah, yes, interesting industry. This is going to be the biggest industry in the world, Brian. New technologies and manufacturing are going to create, from clean sources, Brian, energy from sources that don't pollute the atmosphere and are renewable.
Yes, can you give me an example?
Oh, yeah, wave power, wind power, solar power, geothermal, Brian, tide power.
Correct. And where will all these industries be developed?
They'll be developed overseas.
Correct. Why won't we develop them here?
They're illegal here, Brian.
Correct. That was great work, Walter, really, seriously.
Good.
And you've won a night out with, wait for it, Bill Shorten.
A night out with Bill Shorten?
Yep.
What was the second prize, as a matter of interest, Brian?
2 nights out with Bill Shorten.
Can I have a crack at a couple of those questions again, Brian? I think
he's a fun fellow.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he is. I'll take a book. I'll take a book. Probably the key will be just keeping him off politics.